We had quite a weather day on our hands. We're going to start off with some storm damage video from Mattapoisett, and you can see all the trees that were just flattened by this now confirmed EF1 tornado. We did have some of these trees. I want to see if we can advance this a little bit. You can see the trees down. Some of these trees did come on homes. Fortunately, this was not the most populated of areas, but certainly with all the trees around, a house here or there can be quite catastrophic. And there you can see some of the damage to some of these area homes. We'll have this video up on our social media pages, so be sure to check it out to watch it in its entirety. Here are the statistics of the confirmed EF1 tornado. Its peak wind nearly 100 miles per hour. It was 300 football fields wide. It traveled almost a mile, and it was on the ground for just about 3 minutes. Quite the morning that we had across southeast Mass. Look at all the wind damage that occurred because of it from any of the roadways surrounding the area. It did form right around the 195 corridor. Of course, a very busy road, especially this time of year. But we had a lot of smaller secondary roads around where trees fell on and made them impassable. Of course, not to mention all of the heavy rain that came along with these storm systems. That's important to note. The rain-wrapped feature of these storms making visibility very poor. So all you really have to go for in a situation like this is if you have an app, if you're watching us on TV, if you have a NOAA radio saying you are under a tornado warning, you need to seek shelter, get to the most interior room of your house and get down under some sort of object in a bathtub, again, away from the windows. You really won't be able to look outside and see that tornado coming towards you. Again, look at all the torrential rain. Now, this was our severe thunderstorm warning. That was around 11:15 in the morning. That then had the tornado possible tag, and you could see by 11:25 the tornado warning was issued by the National Weather Service. But again, how could we tell by just looking at the radar? That's when we bring in our storm velocity. This is an interesting feature that the radar allows you to see the winds coming toward and away the radar. And when you have what we call a couplet here of the winds, again, going away and coming towards, that's an indication of the rotation in the atmosphere. And again, this tornado warning was right around 11:30. We take it a step further. The radar is also able to show us debris possibly being hoisted in the air from these storms. This is what we call the correlation coefficient. And it did show, and again, we talked about the wooded nature, all the trees in this part of southeast Mass, just north again of Mattapoisett, right here along 195. So many trees here that normally with an EF1 storm you might not get a debris ball. Typically we see that with stronger tornadoes above EF2. This, I think, was caused because of all the trees surrounding that area. We can kind of fade it out a little bit here, and you can see, look at all the trees on the satellite right here along the 195